Yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC 323, the last pay-per-view ever. Davashvili versus Jan 2. We back with another breakdown and our final pay-per-view breakdown of the year and ever, because obviously Paramount ends all pay-per-views for a pay-per-view that is, I think, pretty good. I like this card. I think it looks like a really solid card. I've seen some people not thrilled with it. I really don't get why. I think this looks like a really good card. Main card's really good. Prelims are very good. Early prelims are kind of shitty, but I don't know. I like this card. I think it's very fun. Some good fights on it. I don't have many issues with it. Is the main event a little bit weak for a pay-per-view? Yes. But outside of that, I can't find much bad of this card. On paper, it looks really good. There's some really fun fights on it. Some big fighters on it. Well, not in terms of high size, but you know, I'm excited. I think this is a very good card, especially after a break week. Last ever pay-per-view, second last card of the year. Do I think it's going to be good as Qatar or 322? Probably not. But I think it's going to be a very passable, fine card, and I think it's getting a lot of shit for no reason, when it's actually pretty alright overall, in my opinion. And when I'm, like I always say, when I'm the bearer of fucking optimism, you know something's wrong, so I don't know. I think this is a decent card. I'm looking forward to it. I think it had all the makings of being some pretty fun. And for the last pay-per-view ever, they're going out on a pretty decent high. I think it could have been much worse. There's been so many worse pay-per-views this year. And I think this one on paper looks very good. So I'm excited for it. Fights are back. Last pay-per-view ever. Second to last breakdown of the year. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. And, again, when I'm the bearer of optimism, what the fuck did that tell you? So, and the last two cards have been good. Can we get three-peat? I'm hoping, of course, but we'll see. On paper, it looks good. I'm excited for it. Excited to break it down. So, let's do just that, shall we? So, I can't really think of much else to say. It's a fun card. I think it's getting a lot of hate for no reason, and I think we're gonna enjoy it. So. But first we have to break it down and see what I think's gonna happen on it, so let's do just that, shall we? But before we can, the last thing we gotta do before we can do that is, as always, the normal YouTube bullshit, which is, please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. We got, not many more days to hit that goal. Let's see if we can. I doubt we will, but no big deal. And we'll hit it sometime in 2026, I hope. So, it is what it is. What can I say? And, yeah, I'm ready to break down some fights. So, if you are as well, I think we can get into this shit. Is there anything else to do in this intro? Talked about the card, did the YouTube bullshit. I think we can get into some fights, shall we? We have 14 breakdown from the old classic T-Mobile Arena for the final pay-per-view ever. So let's give it its parting gift. Let's talk about it, let's break it down, and let's enjoy some fights in its return after a week break, and only for 2 weeks of a return. Better than nothing. Second to last cards a year, last pay-per-view ever. Let's break it down. You ready? I know I am. 14 fights, UFC 323 breakdown. Begin. Beginning on the early prelims, of course, because it's a pay-per-view, with the first fight of the night being the worst fight of the night. How fucking perfect is that? Yeah, getting kind of good at that. As we begin UFC 323, our final pay-per-view ever, with the worst fight on it. I got moved from the Qatar card to this one. Thank God that card didn't need this piece of shit on it. It was good. This would have ruined it. As we have in our first fight of the night, first fight UFC 323 to open the night with a pretty terrible fight in the featherweight division, the worst fight on the card, like I said, which thank God it's opening the card then, a fight I wish got moved to the PFL instead of this card, but whatever. We have to begin UFC 323, the opening fight of the last pay-per-view ever, and it's the worst fight on it. We have Muhammad Hillman Naimov versus Myron, the legend, alright, Santos. Yeah, like I said, the worst fight on the card. At least it's opening the card. Wish it wasn't on the card, but we're not that lucky. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste much time here. I think this fight's garbage. But they're coming off wins. No, they suck. Let's be honest, they fucking suck. Well, Naimov, I don't think is very good at all. But he's like only took one loss in the UFC. No, he lost in the Daniel Wood. Coming off 2 wins, no one remembers. I truly forgot he even fought Bogdan, to be honest. I don't think he's that good at all. He's not a can, but I don't think he's much better than one. And then Myron Santos, and speaking of cans, I think this dude's fucking garbage. I truly think this dude is awful, and I think it's a matter of time until he gets fraud checked, even though he already did this year when he lost to Francis Marshall, but you know, robberies. Yeah, this is a shit fight. Do I think Naimov is going to be the one to fraud check him fully? I don't think so. I think Myron, just like he did against Sadiq, is going to run away and win a boring piss break like fucking always. Dude's not good, and it's a matter of time until he gets fraud checked. Even more than he already has been. He's not fucking good. Talked about it in my tough recap for his season, however weeks ago. And I stand by it. He's shit. So, should he win this fight? I guess, but like, it's not gonna be because he's good. It's gonna because he probably ran away and fucking whatever for 15 minutes. So. I think he's terrible. I would love to see him lose here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Just wait until he gets a legit opponent. I'm just waiting for that moment that he fights someone legit. It's gonna be the easiest fate of all time, but gotta wait a little bit longer for that, I guess. So, shitty fight, shitty fighters. Give me Myron by boring decision. I think dude's garbage, but I don't think Naimov is going to be able to beat him, and I'm not going to throw away a pick on preying on Myron Santos' downfall. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Naimov wins. I would love nothing more. I'll be the biggest Naimov fan in this fight, but I don't think he's going to fucking win, and give me Myron to get the decision. I don't like either guy, really, but... shitty fight, shitty fighters. I'm just waiting for Myron to get fraud checked because he is not good. But we gotta wait a little bit longer, so that sucks. But what can you do? Give me Myron by boring decision. This fight is terrible, and at least it's opening up the card because it is so terrible. So. Not much else to say. Hope I'm wrong. Hope Naimov wins. It'll be just like, what was the other fight I got wrong a few weeks ago that I was happy about? Fuck, I can't remember. It was, I'm blanking completely on it. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to get this wrong, but I don't see it happening, so give me Myron by boring decision in the worst fight of the card. After that, we go from the worst fight of the card to the easiest fight on the card to predict. Another fight I won't waste any time on. After this, we'll get to actually breaking down fights, because it'll be worth breaking down. This one is not. As we have in our second fight of the night, the second worst fight on the card, because goddamn, these two are not very good in their own right. But at least one of these guys has a bit of talent until he gets fraud checked. We have in the second fight of the night, at middleweight, the easiest fight to predict on the card. It seems like that's a running theme with middleweight lately, 3 weeks in a row where that's the case. We have in the middleweight division for our second fight of the night, the easiest fight on the night to predict. We have Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Malvado Troccoli. Yeah, I don't have to waste your time here, do I? Just like Yakiayev and Susurkayev, Malik's a lock of the night here. Easy win by first round knockout. Unlike Susurkayev, he should not shit the bed and go into round 3. And, yeah, do what Yakiayev did. Dominate. Don't fucking waste time. Destroy this tomato can in seconds. Trockley's one of the worst fighters on the goddamn roster, or should we call him Mr. Dern, because that's what he is and why he's here. Give me Malik, easy win, lock of the night, even though I don't think Mansour's very good. Trust me, I'm not high on him in any means. I think it's a matter of time until he gets fraud checked sometime next year. But until then, until he fights someone competent, give me, and somehow this is the easiest opponent he's fought, and look at the names that he's fucking fought. Give me Mansour Abdul-Malik by knockout in the first block of the night. He should run through him pretty easily because Trockley is shit. So, give me Mansour by knockout in the first against one of the worst, against Mr. Dern, one of the worst fighters on the roster. Mansour is not a world beater, and he will get fraud checked eventually, but it won't be here. Just like Susurkayev and Yakiayev, the middleweight gets the lock of the night, and that is Mansour Abdul-Malik by knockout in the first. Not much more needs to be said. Some crush Mr. Dern. About really all you're here to do. After that, now we finally get to some competent fights on this card to an extent. And I think this is the best early prelim we have, even with the 2 above it, being like more important, bigger names. I'm more intrigued in this than the 2 above this one, so does that tell you? As we have in our first real fight of the night, that's not a can battle or a fraud beating up a can. We have in our third fight of the night in the light heavyweight division, our only debut of the night, and another one from this year's Contender Series, which is always good to see. I believe he's the 3rd or 4th one so far this year, I think. The 3rd or 4th. And the last one, next week has a few, but the only one on this card, so that's his achievement. As we have in our third fight of the night in the light heavyweight division, our one and only debut of the night, and the best early prelim in my opinion, the first real fight of the night, we said a lot, between Ibo, the last Ottoman Aslan, versus Iwo Rudy Barashevsky. Somehow the second fight of Ibo Aslan's UFC run, where he's fought a guy whose name also starts with an I. I don't know how they found more than one in the division, let alone 2 and now 3. Ibo, Iwo, and Ian. Let's hope Iwo's actually good compared to the other 2. Yeah, this is a fun, should be not a decision fight. See what happens. Iwo making his debut off Contender Series. Ibo trying to save his job. Fun, again, in my opinion, the best early prelim. Let's talk about it. We'll begin with the non-debutant, maybe in his last UFC fight. Ibo Aslan, 14-3, 2-2 in UFC. Count how the mighty have fallen. Obviously coming off a Contender Series, then went 2-0 in UFC, looking good, beating Anton Turkalj and Rafael Cerqueira, and then ever since losing. Ever since 2024 ended, this man can't buy a win. Got beat by Jan Kutilaba, complete fraud check there. Got beat by Billy Alakana in one of the worst fights of the year. And now fighting Iwo for what could be his last fight out in the UFC if he loses and gets cut here. Yeah, Ibo is a normal, shitty, hard-hitting guy. If he can't land that KO, he can't beat you because he has no cardio, no grappling, no fucking fight IQ. He's just hit really hard and hope you go down. If that doesn't work, then yeah, you're gonna win. That's what happened with Ian, that's what happened with Billy. Magic and Billy didn't even fucking throw anything, so I think he's just mentally broken at this point, and he just kind of sucks. Even at Anton Turkalj rematch, to be honest, it was very closer than it should have been for a guy who's that terrible, so Yeah, Ebo's terrible. Probably his last fight in the UFC because he is probably gonna lose here. And it's crazy how a year ago he was 2-0 in the UFC and he was like one of the only like a decent prospect in the division. A year later, he's probably gonna get cut. So crazy how shit changes so quick. And yeah, the last Automan might be his last fight in the UFC. You gotta learn more than just hit really fucking hard, and that's just something he's not been able to do. So, and that's why he's in the fucking state that he is in now. Winner or get cut. See what Ebo chooses. Because he is fighting the debuting Poland, not the only Polish guy we got, not the only Polish like heavyweight we got on the card, funny enough, but the debuting and much younger of the two. From Contender Series this year, Iwo Barashevsky, 6-0, 27 years old, coming out Contender Series where he looked very good, patchy flawless. I won the quickest knockouts of the season, knocking out Muhammad Ali, yes, that was his name, in 20 seconds. That was like a big underdog also. Of course, getting a fucking win like that as an underdog is gonna get you signed, and now he's here. 6-0, 4 knockouts, 2 submissions, all in round 1. Had a deep amateur career, so he's not completely new. Let's see what this guy can do. The only thing we saw in Contender Series is that he has that Polish power. Besides that, we don't know if he can go deep into a fight. We don't know if he can grapple. We don't know if he can take a punch. We're gonna learn really everything we need to know about Iwo here. Hard to really say if he's the next big thing at light heavyweight, because like, yeah, he looked good, but we need some questions answered. And plus, light heavyweight's such a shit division, we fell for this trap so many times. We're gonna find out what the fuck happens. Let's see, getting a not the easiest debut compared to a lot of his Contender Series partners who usually get layups. He's getting a decently annoying debut here, so I mean, not annoying, but like in terms of who he's fighting, it's not goddamn Cody Brundage or Eric McConaughey. He's getting a little bit of a real opponent, even if he's not very good. Let's see what Iwo can do. Let's see if the Polish power comes out again. Not a card with Jan on it, not the light heavyweight, not the bantamweight. In his debut, against see who's the best I name in the UFC. See what happens. Depending on his first fight, I have Iwo Borshevsky minus 210 plus 170. Yeah, I kind of struggle to disagree with that. I would probably have Iwo minus 200 on the dot, because we do know so little about him. Ibo is 3 inches taller and has a gigantic reach advantage, but Iwo was 82% picked. It's almost impossible to make a case for Ibo here. Like, from how he, even just going off the Alicana fight, that he didn't even try to win that fight. He didn't even show up to fight in that one. Now you want me to try and pick him again against someone who's better than Alicana? I struggle to fucking do that, man. I truly do. It's by default, you almost have to go Iwo, even if we do have many questions about him. It's impossible not to pick him here. I think from what I've seen, 1 fight to 5 actually, Iwo looks better. Iwo, from what I've seen, it looks better. He might actually try to win, unlike Ibo. He might show up to fight. Give me the debuting guy, give me the undefeated guy, give me Iwo. It's just impossible to make a case for fucking picking Ibo here after how he's looked lately. Give me Iwo Borshevsky, but knockout in the first. I think he can chin Ibo, put him out to UFC, and make a good on his debut. So he looked phenomenal on the Contender Series. Clearly he has the power. 1-punch power. Let's see it again. Give me Iwo by knockout in the first. Give me a 7-0 debut. I don't know. I just really struggle to make any case for Ibo of how he's looked lately. And again, Iwo undefeated. We don't really know if he's any good or not. Let's find out. I know Ibo sucks. So give me Iwo by knockout in the first. I don't know really much else to say. He should win. I guess impossible to pick Ibo, so give me Iwo by knockout first. Show that off that legendary Polish power, and send Ibo out to UFC and take the crown of the best I name at light heavyweight. So Emil Borshevsky, and still undefeated in the debut by knockout in the first. After that, we get to maybe the weirdest fight on the card in terms of thinking about this fight a year ago, because this fight would make no sense. Made it out of the clear blue of randomness, not oral by Hermanson level, but not far behind it. As we have maybe the weirdest fight of the night in our early prelim co-main event, and at lightweight of division you're gonna hear plenty of on these prelims, and this is easily the worst of the 4 prelims at lightweight. So what does that tell you? We have in our co-main of the early prelims at lightweight, the weirdest fight of the card, Edson Jr. Barbosa versus the returning from retirement Jalen the Tarantula Turner. Which one of these guys is coming back from retirement again? The 39-year-old or the 30-year-old? Yeah, weird fight. Weird fight. Edson Turner is back out of nowhere. Weird, to say the very least. Let's see what happens. Let's talk about it. No, hopefully not going to spend much time on Edson Barbosa, because not much needs to be said here, because, God, we could be in here for 2 hours talking about Edson Barbosa. 24 and 13 in the UFC, 39 years old, 18 and 13 in the UFC, so all of his losses have been in the UFC. Obviously we know a lot of his career, but talk about what's happened lately. He obviously had that little winning streak against Billy and Sadiq, got that main event against Lerone, did lose, and then went back up to lightweight earlier this year against Drakkar Klose in a fight that was probably a robbery or debatable at that, where pretty much Drakkar just cuddled him on the cage for 15 minutes, and he took the L, and now he's back against Jalen Turner. Could this be Edson's last fight? Yeah. But could it also be another great performance from him out of nowhere, like the Yusuf and Billy fight? Yeah. We've seen the situation of Edson so many times where he's on a losing streak, where he's fighting someone much younger, and it looks almost impossible for him to win. It's the end of him. And then he fucking wins, so... Yes, he's really washed. Yes, he's really old, but he's still very decent for his age. Like he's a lot like Jim Miller. He's still very decent for being 40. Like, he's still got the kicks. He's still got fine striking. Obviously, cardio's fine. Grappling has always been fine. He's still fine. No, he's not a top 15 level guy anymore. He's not even probably a top 25 level guy anymore. But he's still dangerous. Again, in my opinion, he probably got robbed against Drakkar, who is not very good. And now it's getting someone worse than that. I think it would be, if you count out Edson here, it's a lot like, it's the crafty veteran shit, as corny and funny as it is. It's accurate. It's fucking accurate. It is the crafty veteran bullshit. They know what they're doing. We'll see what Edson can do here. He probably needs the win here, a loss here. It could be the end of his UFC run. They could let him walk to PFL, or he would just retire. See what happens. Let's see what happens. Edson always finds a way to keep winning and keep a job and not retire. Let's see if this will be that. So, time will tell. Time will tell. See what Edson has up his sleeve this week. You never know with the legend. Probably maybe the best fighter to never get a title shot, if you really think about it. To talk about his opponent, though, somehow the one coming back from retirement, the very mentally weak and dumbass Jalen Turner, 14-9, 30 years old, 7-6 in the UFC, again coming back from a retirement, also coming off the Contender Series many moons ago. In the UFC, his wins have been Colin Porter, Josh Kulibau, Brooke Weaver, Euros Medic, Jamie Malarkey, Brad Riddell, and Bobby Green. And he's lost to Vicente Luque, Matt Frivola, Gamrot, Hooker, Moicano, and Bahamondes. These were very debatable. Well, the Gamrot fight was a complete fucking robbery, for being honest. And, yeah, so he's back out of fucking nowhere. Obviously, again, after the Bahamondes fight, he retired, and then, I guess, in one of the shortest retirements in MMA history, he's already fucking back. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Him being weak-minded, and then the Moicano fight just stupid, that's not a great sign. Like, yes, his losses lately have been fine. Hooker, amazing fight. Moicano, that was not a great. Bahamondes, okay, didn't age great, but fine. Really no great wins. Bobby Green, Jay Malarkey, actually Euro's match is probably his best win, to be honest. I don't know, Turner's a dude who has a lot of gifts. He's really tall, he's really powerful, but he's also weak-minded and stupid. I don't know, he's such a question mark. Coming back after a 6-month retirement or whatever, I struggle to be confident in a dude who's weak-minded, and it's like, oh, well, could you call a fighter weak-minded? Because he is. He's clearly weak-minded. He retired at 30 after a loss. And then on the Moicano fight, he's just fucking stupid. So clearly he's weak-minded because he's dumb. It's like, the dude has talent. Like we saw in the Hooker fight, he gave Dan Hooker a fucking hell of a fight. In the Gamrot fight, he debatably won. Moicano, he knocked him out. But he's just dumb. He's just so fucking dumb and weak-minded that it's hard to trust him. It truly is just hard to trust him, and it's one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen, him coming back from retirement after 8 months at 30. It's like, dude, what the fuck? That's pathetic. So, they're giving him a favorable matchup, like they have many times. Well, let's see if he can win. Let's see if he can win. Maybe this is maybe what he needed, is an 8-month fucking layoff for retirement. Let's fucking find out. I'm intrigued. Could this be what finally unlocks the guy we've all seen have potential, or is he still the same weak-minded moron? Let's see. The bang I'd say we're gonna get the Jalen Turner we've always seen could be, and having a minus 270 to plus 220. I get it. He's 9 years younger and much bigger. He is 6'3 to 5'11. They're the same reach, 84% picked. I get it. Trust me, I do. I maybe won't have a minus 270. Probably moving down to maybe like minus 250, 230 range, but whatever. But I just struggle to fucking pick him. And I'm really leaning towards picking Edson here. Is it a dumb pick? Maybe. Very possibly. But ever since this fight was announced, I've just looked at, like, you know, Edson might be the fucking pick here. Like, Turner is so weak-minded and stupid that Edson winning is 100% fucking possible. You're telling me Edson can't fucking leg kick him a few times and make him hurt, or make his leg hurt and make him just fucking mentally shut down again? Edson can't be a crafty veteran and fucking just win? Yes, he can get knocked out. That's the biggest worry. He could get that old chin cracked. But if he doesn't, well, this could be like the Sadiq Youssef fight. He could just be better. And I'm struggling. I just can't bring myself to pick someone as weak-minded and stupid as Jalen Turner. Give me the legend. Give me Edson Barboza. A guy who knows how to win, is not the farthest thing from weak-minded. Give me Edson by decision. I just see it. I have a feeling about it. Will this go down as a terrible pick? Good possibility. Could it go down as one of my best picks of the year? Good possibility. I've had good picks of Edson before. Like the Sadiq Youssef one where he was also a big underdog and won. So anything is possible. But I don't know. I just cannot pick someone who's a weak-minded like Jalen Turner. Give me Edson Barboza by decision. What else can I really fucking say? I just truly struggle to fucking pick a weak-minded fighter. Give me Edson. Give me the legend. Give me Edson Barboza by decision. I don't know what else I could say. I can't trust Turner. Give me Edson by decision. Maybe they give me a stupid pick. Probably. 9 out of 10 times I think Turner's probably gonna knock him the fuck out. But fuck it. Give me the legend. Give me the strong-minded vet. Give me Edson Barboza by decision. I can't pick someone weak-minded and stupid. After that, we get to our featured early prelim in the middleweight division for the number 14th ranking, I believe, in division. I think Vittoria still ranked that. Last time I checked, I don't think they've been out the rankings yet, but loss here obviously would be. As we have in our featured early prelim, another fine fight. I don't think, still think Adiba Gutierrez should have been in this fight and not Ferreira, but whatever. We have in our featured early prelim in the middleweight division for a ranking for the number 14 ranking in the division. We have a fight that's not deserving of a ranking at all, but whatever. To end our early prelims, we have Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vittori versus Bruno, the Hulk Ferreira. Weird ass fight here. First of all, I still, like I said, I think Adiba Gutierrez should have got this Vittori fight. It would have made a lot more sense. He's more deserving than Bruno. Second of all, God, this is not a very good fight skill-wise. A losing streak Vittori versus Bruno, who's not very talented, and Vittori's the younger fighter. It should be interesting. Let's talk about it. God, Vittori's fall off. Beginning with Mr. 14 ranked Vittori, 19-8-1, 32 years old, 9-7-1 in the UFC. Yeah, he's had a weird career, hasn't he? To go over, I don't need to go over his whole career. We'll go since the Izzy title shot, which I guess he deserved. He obviously fought Izzy again, got dismantled, beat Apollo at light heavyweight, lost to Whitaker, beat Dolidze, lost to Cannonier, Dolidze, Allen, and now he's here. Yeah, he's looked terrible lately. That Cannonier fight where he got his brain splattered across the canvas. Dolidze schooled him, Brandon Allen schooled him. I never thought he was that good to begin with, but man, does he fucking suck. His main ability is just being tougher than nails. Like, I don't think there's someone tougher on the roster than this dude. His fucking chin and ability to not get knocked out is top tier. He is legit an Italian zombie, and yeah, without that, he fucking sucks. Like, I don't really know what else good you can say about him. Again, lately he's looked pathetic. Again, against good fighters like Jared and Brendan. Dolidze 50-45 and he was a bit pathetic, but whatever. He's just not that good anymore, if he was ever good to begin with, which I don't think he was. And now he's on the hot seat of all hot seats because of loss here, and he is gone. He needs a win. He really needs a win in the worst way, and let's see if he can get it. Not fighting a ranked guy, not fighting anyone even close to a ranked level. Easily his easiest fight on paper since Carl Robertson. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can save his career, or is Vittori really just done? The man to answer that question will be the up-and-coming quotation marks Bruno Ferreira, 14-2, 33 years old. Yes, he is the older guy somehow. 5-2 in the UFC, coming out with Contender Series. In the UFC, he has beat RoboCop, I don't know how either, Phil Hawes, Dustin Stoltzfus, Armin Petrosian, and Jackson McVeigh, and he has lost to the Sultan Ruziboyev and Abus Magomedov. I don't think Bruno Ferreira is that good at all. I truly don't. Again, why is Adiba Gutierrez not getting the shot? Because he is way better. Is Bruno fun? I guess. Not as much lately, but I guess. But, like, he's not that good. Outside of a fluke against RoboCop, what has he really done? Beat tomato cans? His best one's what, Phil Hawes outside of that? And lost to fighters who are not even that good in the Sultan and Abus. So, like, his grappling has gotten better, but it couldn't get worse. His striking's fine, he hits hard, he has power. Like, but I just don't think he's anything that special. I think there's so many better fighters. I think Joe Pyfer's better, and that says a lot. Like, I don't think Bruno is that good at all. Like, I really don't get why he's getting this shot over Gutierrez, Rodriguez. I could probably think of a few more fucking, Ikram Alshkara is better. Like, I just really don't think Bruno Ferreira is that good, and I just really think they're trying to push another guy who's just not worth the time. He's a fun prelim guy. He's not a good fighter. He's not a ranked level guy. He's not even top 30 in the division. He's a semi-competent fighter who hits hard and is learning how to grapple. And he's short. Like, I just don't think much of him, and he has a fluke over RoboCop, which RoboCop would beat him 10 out of 10 times in a rematch. Would he even beat some of the, again, Piper and Ikram? He lost to a Boost and a Sultan, for fuck's sake. I don't think much of Bruno at all, and I think this is beyond undeserved in terms of ranking opportunities, but nothing new anymore. Maybe he can prove me wrong, but I don't see it. The betting athletes don't see it either, having this as a pick'em, which I don't agree with, and actually does feel like Vittoria's the underdog in this. Vittoria is 2 inches taller, has 2 inches in reach, but he is the underdog on the picks. I think the betting odds should probably lean Vittoria's way, like minus 130, 140. Like, I don't know how you can pick Bruno Ferreira here. So, you're telling me, we already know you're not going to knock out Vittori. So you think either A, he has a chance of submitting him, which is crazy in its own right, because you can't finish Vittori, or B, you think he's going to beat him over 15 minutes, which I don't think he can. Well, I guess he could. I don't think he will. Vittoria's a better fighter. I think he's smarter, and again, you can't KO him. So that's already Bruno's biggest factor out the window. Then what's left? Submissions and cardio, something he's not good at? I can't believe in 2025 I'm saying it, but I'm picking Vittori here. I truly am picking Vittori here. I think he's better. He's not getting knocked out. I think he's going to be able to be the better fighter and win. Give me Marvin Vittori by decision. He ain't getting knocked out. That's Ferreira's best weapon out the way. He ain't getting submitted. So if Ferreira has to pray he can get a decision. I don't think he's going to. Give me Marvin Vittori by decision. I think he's better. I don't think Ferreira's that good. Give me Marvin Vittori by decision in 2025. I did not think I'd be making that fucking prediction, but I just don't see him losing to Bruno Ferreira. So, give me Marvin by decision. What else can I say? If he's finished here, it's over. He's completely done. But I just really don't see it happening, so give me Vittori by decision. What else can I really say? So, never thought I'd make that pick in 2025 after the Lidze and Allen fights, but give me the Italian dream. One last ride with Vittori to get the win against a undersized, shitty Hulk. Still should be Gutierrez in that fight. Finally, 37 minutes later, 38 really, early prelims, done. God, this is gonna be a long one, ain't it? Yeah, they're not great. The last 3 fights are intriguing. First 2 are pretty shitty. So at least the last 3 are interesting, but yeah, it's definitely the weakest part of the card, which it should be. Is the early prelims. The prelims and main card are meant to be better, and they are much better, so that's good. But yeah, very subpar early prelims, and yeah, last 3 fights are fine, but what can you really say? So, it's early prelims, few alright fights at the end. Let's get to the real gems on the prelims, and that is the actual prelims, which are 2 really good fights and 2 probably really boring fights, so, you know, good and bad here. Let's get into it, or you're almost 40 minutes in. This is gonna be a long one. Let's head to the prelims already. As we begin the real prelims with what should be the prelim headliner, the featured prelim, because it's easily the best fight on the prelims, but whatever, UFC is goddamn stupid. As we begin the prelims with the best fight on them, a banger in the lightweight division, not the only one, might I add, on these prelims, but the best one, as we have for probably a top 15 ranking, because this is gonna be how could both of these guys probably should be ranked if we're being honest. Chandler and Grant Dawson, come on. As we have in our first prelim, real prelim, the best prelim on the card, Faraz, Smile Killer, Ziam versus Nazim, Black Wolf, Sadikov. What a banger here. This could easily be on a pay-per-view, to be honest. Probably better than the Cejudo fight, for being honest, but what a great fight. Should be the featured prelim. No idea how it's not, but whatever. 2 long winning streaks, 2 guys looking great lately. This can be a banger. I can't wait for it. Let's just get right into it. I don't need to tell you this fight's great. You already know that, so let's talk about why it's great. Beginning with the, I guess, guy closer to the top 15, I would imagine. Faraz Ziam, 17-4, 28 years old, 7-2 in UFC. His wins in UFC have been James Malarkey, Luigi Venturmini, Michael Figlak, Jai Herbert, Claudio Puelles, Matt Frivola, and Mike Davis. His 2 losses have been Don Madge, and Terrence McKinney. Yes, he is on a 5-5 winning streak. You do see that correctly. Since that McKinney loss, I guess he just felt like winning, and he has. He's just went on a winning streak lately, 5 in a row in the last couple years, and he's looked great lately. Like, those first few wins are kind of shitty, but those last 2, that Frivola knockout, one of the best of 2024, beat Mike Davis, which a lot of people had him the underdog in that one. I got that correct, thank you. So, yeah, he's looked good. He's looked really fucking good, and now getting another really tough test outside the top 15. He probably should be fighting for a top 15 spot at this point, but 155 is 155, so no one fights each other, so great. Yeah, Ziam's good, man. He's well-rounded. His striking has gotten better. His cardio's good. His fucking grappling's good. He's gonna be tested here. He's not fought anyone like Nazim, and there's not really many people like Nazim in the weight class, so he's gonna be tested here. This is gonna be good. I'm very intrigued to see how he does here. Can he keep the streak alive? Can he make it 6 in a row? It's gonna be interesting. He's pretty damn good. Routed off a lot of wins in a row now. See what he can do. Back for his first time since February. See if we can make it 6 in a row and probably get a top 15 ranking, if not fight. So, see. To do that, he has to beat the very fun and very good Nazim Sadikov, teammates with Merab. So you know he's motivated. 11-1-1, 31 years old. Enough ones in your fucking records. 4-0-1 in the UFC. There's another one coming out, Contender Series. His 4 wins in UFC have been Evan Elder, Terrence McKinney, Ismail Bonfim, and Nicholas Mata. He had a draw with Slava Klaus, which we talked about plenty a few weeks ago. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. He's had a few downs in his UFC career. Again, he really got bailed out against Evan Elder in a fight he was losing. And Bonfim, another doctor stoppage win there, but I think he would have won that anyway. And again, the Slava Klaus draw doesn't look phenomenal of how bad he turned out to be, but that McKinney win looked good. That Moda win was really the only good fight we had over like a 2-week period. One of the best fights of the year. Over in his home country. That was amazing. One of the best fights of 2025. This dude's good. He's a Ray Longo student, so you know he's pretty decent. He's well-rounded. His grappling's good. His striking is great. His power is good. His cardio's good. His heart's insane. This dude's good. This dude's like Mike Cano has completely ducked him, like officially, which sucks, but whatever. Getting a fight with Ziam, which is a harder fight anyway. This is gonna be good. Ziam getting tested here, his hardest fight in the UFC so far. Let's see what he's made of on a card with his teammate Merab. Let's see what Nazim can do. Big fight for Amir again. The winner's probably locking in a title opportunity. Or not title, a ranking opportunity. This is gonna be good. We'll see what Nazim can do. Probably have a banger and bring the house down in T-Mobile. This is gonna be fun. Bangouts first fight have Frost Zion minus 140 to plus 115. I don't agree. I think this should probably be a pick'em. I think it's a very difficult fight to predict. Zion's 6'1 to 5'10. Giant reach advantage. 75 to 69. Nice. But Nazim is the pick favorite, which is interesting. This is a good one. I think Nazim's a bit better of a striker with more power. I think Ziam's a smarter fighter, cardio-wise. I think both are decent. That's a kind of a hard debate to have. Grappling-wise, again, both are decent. This is gonna be good. Can Ziam kind of slow Nazim down and win a slower paced, like, smarter fight? Or can Nazim go out there and have his chaotic madness and get another win? This is gonna be interesting, man. I'm very excited. Who am I picking here, though? This is such a good fight. One of the best fights on the card. Again, completely 50-50. I think I'm leaning Nazim, though. I just feel like he's going to be able to break Ziam. Ziam's good. Ziam's very good. But he hasn't fought anyone like Nazim lately. And Nazim, it breaks people, man. You can't finish him. So you're going to just need to try and fight smarter and decision him. I don't think that's going to work against a Longo guy who knows how to grapple and fight. I'm going Nazim here. I think he can pull out the win. I think he can break Ziam in a later round, or maybe even round 1. I'm going Nazim Sadikov by knockout in a second. It's just what I feel. I think he's going to be able to go out there and break Ziam in what should be a very chaotic fight. Both guys are going to leave some marks on them. But I just think Nazim's going to be able to bring the craziness and break Ziam. So give me Nazim Sadikov by knockout in a second, and such a great fight, completely 50-50. Won't be shocked if Ziam wins at all. Such a good high-level fight, showing how good lightweight is, and how bullshit it is that these two are not ranked, but cans like Chandler and Grant Dawson are. Whatever, great fight, can't wait. Best prelim. I'm going Nazim Sadikov by knockout in a second. I think you can break him. But I could see the Frenchman winning here. I could see Ziam slowing it down and winning. Such a great fight. I can't wait. But I'm gonna they're gonna win the main event, and I'm gonna pick him to win here. Give me Ray Longo's boy. Give me Nazim by knockout in a second to break Ziam at some point in this fight. Can't wait. From a banger to a surefire decision that probably is not going to be that fun at all. We go from our first prelim to our second and our only female fight of the night. At least it's a ranked fight, and it's not the worst on the card, but it's far from being great by any means. As we have in our second prelim of the night, our only female fight of the night, this one in the top 10 of women's flyweight. As of right now, until this fight probably gets cancelled due to some magic bullshit or weight issues. We have in our second fight of the prelims, not the most exciting of them all, but it is what it is. We have in the top 10 of women's flyweight, our only female fight of the night, Macy, the future Baba versus Killer Karine Silva. So was the over-under that this fight gets cancelled because Barber is immune to actually fighting. Yeah, I have strong doubts about this fight actually happening because this idiot's gonna find a way to either miss weight or make up some bullshit right before the fight to pull out again, so we'll see which happens. But if this fight does actually happen, let's talk about it. Not very much to say. Barber will begin with a higher ranked of the two, 14-2, 27 years old, 9-2 in the UFC. It's on a winning streak right now, even though it's beyond debatable. We all know what happened in her last fight against Blanchfield, where she pulled out minutes before. Yeah, is she actually gonna make it to the fight? She's not a terrible fighter. She's not great. But she's like a better Tracy Cortez in every sense of the word. Abilities and looks. So, yeah, she actually makes it to a fight. Yeah, she's fine. I picked her to beat Blanchfield. I think she's more well-rounded than Blanchfield. So, but she fucking ran from the fight. So, what does that tell you? Yeah, she's nothing special. She's a fine top 15 fighter, top I can't say top 10, it feels like a lie. She's a perfectly fine top 10, 15 fighter, but that's about it. She's fine, she looks good, she's a fine fighter, but she can't make the fight. For Jesus fucking Christ, what's the point? So, no point in going on a UFC career because it's so many questionable decisions and bullshits in there. At least realistically, she's on a 2-fight winning streak against Kibas and Tamanara. See what she can do here. She's a much better fighter here, but she actually has to fight, so we'll see if she actually does, and see what happens with the much better version of Tracy Cortez. Really all I see in Barber. To her opponent, who should be sweating bullets about this fight actually happening, the fighting nerd who fucking sucks, Karine Silva, 19-5, 32 years old, just had a birthday. I would say happy birthday, but you fucking suck. 4-2 in the UFC, not saying 5-1 because it's not true. Coming off the Contender Series, her wins in the UFC have been Poliana Botello, Katlyn Souza, Maria Moroz, and Ariane Lipski. She has lost to Viviane Araujo and Dione Barbosa. That was one of the worst robberies of the year, and trust me, we'll be talking about robberies very soon for the year awards, and I'll be there, don't worry. Yeah, Craney's garbage. She looked subpar against shitty fighters in her first 4 wins. Fights actual talent to an extent, and gets schooled. Araujo, who's not even on the roster anymore, schooled her, and then fucking Barbosa fucking beat her, who's not even that great of a fighter, so what does that tell you? Craney's garbage. She's not good. She's like, you can't even make the Silva jokes anymore because entire Silva runs of goddamn circles around this moron. She's with the fighting nerds now, which means she definitely sucks. Yeah, she's shit. I don't know what to say. She's coming off of 2 losses to fighters much worse than Barber. She's awful. That's just the simplest way I could put it, so I don't know what else to say. The betting after this fight, I have Macy Barber at -170 to +140. Yeah, if she actually fights, I agree. If she actually fights and shows up looking ready to fight and fights, she could be -200 easily, 220. But will she actually show up ready to fight and fight? I don't know. They're the same height. Karine has 2 inches in reach, and Barber's 81% picked. I think Barber's one of the easiest picks on the card, to be honest. I think this is kind of a no-brainer pick. If she actually makes it to the fight, she's way better. Karine Silva is awful. She's truly awful, and Barber is better everywhere, in every sense of the word. Just outside of making it to a fight. So, we'll see what happens, and Macy should easily win this if she actually fights. If we're talking on the recap about this fight getting cancelled, don't be fucking shocked. And, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning from when I'm recording this is the weigh-ins. So we'll fucking see if this fight's still on by the time I do the pre-party tomorrow, for fuck's sake. So, or tonight, so we'll see what happens. Obviously I'm going Macy by decision. It's such an easy pick if she actually shows up to fight, but that's the if she shows up to fight. So if she does, give me Macy all day by decision and an easy fucking win against a can. So, yeah, not really much else to say. Barber by decision if she actually fights. If this fight gets cancelled, I won't be shocked. And either way, Karine Silva still sucks. So, have a backup fighter on standby. I wish they did. And, yeah, we'll see if Barber actually decides to fight this time. Time will tell. After that, we get to our co-main event of the prelims, and another case for the best prelim. I'd say it's worse than a Sadikawa fight by hair, but this fight is fucking amazing. I don't even need to waste much time on it because it's so good. As we have in our prelim co-main event in the lightweight division, a long overdue fight that both guys have been calling for forever, so we're finally getting it now. As we have in a fight I know is going to happen because these two actually show up to fight, unlike Macy, we have in the prelim coming event of the evening, a long overdue fight that we've all been waiting for, and it's going to be great and short. We have Terrence T-Rex McKinney versus Chris the Problem Duncan. What a fight. Long overdue to see this one happen. Both guys have been calling for this one for a while. I think this is the second time this has been booked. Finally happening this time. I can't wait. This is going to be great. I don't need to waste much time here. Don't need to click on McKinney's profile. You know who Terrence McKinney is. He's learning how to grapple lately, so that's new, but still kill or be killed. Get knocked out or get the knockout. Who does not love Terrence McKinney? For Chris Duncan, 14-2, 32 years old, 5-1 in the UFC. Wins over, coming off the Contender Series, wins against Omar Morales, Ashmoos, Palachioki, George Vucenic, and Mateusz Rąbecki, one of the best fights of the year. But he did lose to Manuel Torres, who we'll talk about in a minute, in his only loss. Duncan's fun. Is he that great? I don't think he's great, but he's fun. That Rąbecki fight was one of the best of the year. And now he's getting a banger of Terrence. Again, this is booked back in 2023. So, fucking Apex card. Thank God this almost got canned. This got canned for a much better fight. For a much better placement on a pay-per-view. So, yeah, Duncan's good. He's good, and, see if he can weather the McKinney storm here. Pretty simple. This fight's not going past round 1 like every Terrence McKinney fight. Either he's gonna get the knockout or I guess submissions lately, or he's gonna get knocked out. I can't wait. This is gonna be great. Duncan's the -180 favorite, which does check out to +145. Duncan's the pick favorite, which also checks out. Both are 5'10", 73-71. I can't wait. I don't even really feel like I need to say much about this fight. Just shut up and enjoy it. That's what I'm gonna do. And what I'm gonna do is what I always do with McKinney fights, and that's pick McKinney. I've never picked against him in the UFC. Not gonna start now, even if I don't know if he's gonna win this fight. I think it's very 50-50. I'm picking him. Fuck it. Give me Terrence McKinney by knockout in the first, like I always pick every time around. Excuse me. No point of changing that now. Give me McKinney by knockout in the first. Yeah. Do I think that's really going to happen? We'll see. I could see Duncan winning, I could see McKinney winning. It's a McKinney fight. You really don't know what's going to happen. One or the other. Someone's getting knocked out. Or finished in general. I can't wait. This is going to be great. Just show up and enjoy it. That's what I'm going to do. Give me Terrence McKinney by knockout in the first. Like I always pick for every one of his fights. Just to show the proof of that, if you need any. Every single one knockout in the first since the debut, which I picked perfectly against Frivola. Give me McKinney knockout in the first. Has failed me many times, but I'm not gonna stop now. I don't care who wins this fight, just be quick and great. Give me a T-Rex by knockout in the first, like always, in a banger. And then after that, we go from a banger to a fight that could be a borer, as we have in our featured prelim in the lightweight division one final time tonight. Another fight I'm not going to waste much time on that because it's going to be some great fight because it has the chance of being the most boring fight on the card, as we have in the featured prelim for the number 12, 13, 14 ranking at lightweight. I don't even know how this fight, I guess importance-wise, bigger than McKinney or Ziam when all four of those guys are better than these two. I don't know. As we have in our featured prelim with high chances of being boring as fuck, we have to end the prelims at lightweight. Grant KG Boring Dawson versus Manuel El Loco Torres. Well, it's a Grant Dawson fight, so high chance it's going to be as boring as humanly possible. I'm not gonna waste your time here. I really don't need to waste much time going in depth on the fucking inches of this fight. One of two things are gonna happen. Either Grant Dawson's gonna lay on Manuel for 15 boring minutes, or Manuel's going to find a way to either submit him or knock him out by keeping it standing and doing so. I'm gonna cheer for the latter because fuck Grant Dawson. Give me Manuel Torres by knockout in the first. I will not fucking. I think I picked Diego Fieta there, so fuck. I cannot pick Grant Dawson against anyone halfway competent. Even though I don't think Manuel is actually gonna win this fight, I have no respect for Grant Dawson. He's a boring tomato can, and yeah, give me Manuel Torres by knockout in the first. I don't think he's gonna do it. I need to get laid on for 15 minutes, but I have hopes if Bobby Green can knock you out. Manuel could as well, I guess. Give me Manny Torres by knockout in the first. Did what I say, bet it? No. I think out of my biased picks so far, him, Terrence. Yeah, so far, those are the only two. Like, I think Naimov has probably a better chance of winning, so we can dream, but more than likely Dawson's gonna cuddle him to death. But I'm gonna pray for Manuel Torres knockout, so that's what I'm gonna pick. So, getting Manny Torres by knockout first, and what's probably not gonna be that at all. It's gonna be a normal, boring Grant Dawson win. And almost perfectly on the hour mark, those are the prelims. God, they are fucking good. From the Ewo fight to the fucking Torres fight, this could be a fantastic prelims. Will it be? Probably not. Again, yeah, this is probably gonna suck. This could really be quick, so whenever. This could be good. This could be interesting. This is probably gonna be weird. But then we get banger, boring, banger, 50-50 chance, actually probably a 80-20 chance of a boring fight. We'll see what happens. I think the prelims have a lot of potential to be great, and we'll see if they are. So I'm looking forward to them. If we get a Manuel Torres win, and yeah, really the only thing we need, I'll be more than happy with that. So I have hope, which is never a good thing, and look forward to these prelims. This on one prelims is insane. Can't wait. Good prelims overall, and great way to lead into the final pay-per-view main card ever. So an hour in, let's not waste any more time, and let's talk about it. Beginning with our main card opener to the final pay-per-view ever, we get the heaviest fight on this main card, because the rest are bantamweight and flyweights, which is hilarious. And we have in our main card opener the heaviest fight on the main card to open the last pay-per-view ever at light heavyweight. We have Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Sevovich Gushkov. Very interesting fight to be in the main card. Maybe maybe the hardest one to predict on a main card, to be honest. And again, obviously the heaviest one. Does Jan still have one more left in him? This can be interesting. This is a very interesting fight. Again, definitely the weird one of the main card. So let's talk about it. We'll be in with the former champ, the OG, the 42-year-old Jan Blachowicz. Talked about Polish light heavyweights earlier, now we get to see the Polish light heavyweight. And maybe the last fight, 29-11-1. 42 years old, and be 43 in February, one of the oldest on the roster. 12-8-1 in the UFC, not gonna go down his whole career, because I really don't think there's a need for that, to go down how he's, since the title win against Reyes, obviously we all remember he beat Reyes, he beat Izzy when he moved up to try and get the belt, but ever since that fight, it kind of went downhill for him. Lost to Glover, kind of beat Ratchik, even though he blew his knee out, so debatable. That weird draw with Ankalaev that he probably should have lost. That weird and close fight Pierre that he probably should have won. And then just having a boring snooze fest with Allberg that, like, I don't agree that he should have won that one. Y'all are pushing your luck there. So realistically in his last five, he probably should be, I think Ratchet fight should be a no contest, so probably should be 1-3-1, which is not which is what he is anyway, I guess, but still, the win should be Pierre and the draw or no con should be Ratchet. But either way, he still looks alright, even in that Allberg fight where I do think he clearly lost. He looked fine. He looked as good as a 42-year-old is going to look against Allberg in 2025. Again, he gave Pierre one of his hardest fights. He's still decent, but he's not even the guy we saw against Reyes and Izzy. I think that guy's completely gone. He still has power, but he's so slow. He's never really been a grappler. He's durable. He's really fucking durable. And he's still decent. He's still easily a top 10 light heavyweight. But for how much longer? And let's be honest, again, mainly is how much longer. A loss here against someone who, let's be honest, 4 years ago he would beat easily. A loss here wouldn't be the end of his career. A win, that would be big for him. Because again, a lot of people say he beat Piera. He kind of did. A lot of people pretend he had any bit of a chance against Allberg. The Ink fight was weird. A win here, and he's right back in. He's probably one fight away from another title shot. But loss, his career's over. Does he have one more left in him? I don't know. He's still decent. He's still performing well against the top guys. But for how much longer? He's almost 43. We'll see. Because he is fighting the much younger, less skilled, but much younger Bogdan Gushkov, 18-3, 33 years old. It's almost a 10-year age gap. 4-1 in the UFC. His 4 wins have been Zach Pounga, Ryan Spann, Billy Alakana, and Nikita Krylov, with a loss to Volkan Oezdemir in his debut. Since that debut, he's gotten much better. Gushkov's not bad. He looked fine in all of his wins. His worst performance was probably the Alakana fight. He ran through Pounga, he beat Spann pretty easily, and he easily beat Krylov as an underdog somehow. I still don't know how he was the underdog in that fight. That was some of the easiest picks I've ever made. So, but now he's with the big dogs. He fought Volkan, looked like shit. How does he do against, at least on a full camp, but against someone much better than Volkan? This is a chance for him to really show he's legit in this division and not kind of just a can crusher. I don't think Gushkov is bad by any means. I think he's much better than a lot of dudes in this division. Ebo, Manafield, guys like that. Walker, even. But is he that good to where he can beat a guy like Jan? We'll see. And even more, can he beat a guy like Jan without KOing him? Because I don't think he's going to be able to KO him, and that's really his path to victory. Can he go deep into a fight? Can he be a smart fighter? Can he win a decision? A lot of it is doing questions. Can he grapple? We've known Jan might use some grappling here. We've seen it against Izzy. This is a big one for him. First main card, pay-per-view wise. He was on the prelims of the first card, pay-per-view of the year, my main card of the last one. Top 15 fight. I'm intrigued. This is a big fight for Gushkov. Can he make the most of it? Let's see. Let's see what Anthony Smith can do here. The much better Anthony Smith. The Panthers fight are close. Jan is the small favorite. I don't know what they are right now, but I guess Jan is the small favorite here, minus 135 plus 110. I agree with that. I would have Jan as smaller favorite as you can get, minus 120, 125 is where I would have him. Close to a pick'em, but the favorite. He is 1 inch shorter, which I think that's probably debatable, but 2 inches in reach, and he is the pick favorite here, which is interesting. This is a tough one. I can see a case for both guys. I can completely see the case for Gushkov. Jan is 42. Gushkov is much younger, and he's not bad. But I also see the case for Jan. He is still really decent, and Gushkov's way under him skill-wise. What's gonna happen? What do I think's gonna happen? I think I'm going Jan. I just really struggle to see how Gushkov wins this fight. Can he knock him out? I don't think so. I don't think Jan's ever been knocked out, right? Twice. Once in UFC by Thiago Santos. Okay, that's interesting. Wasn't that a middleweight though? 'Cause I think he did fight a middleweight at one point. No, I thought heavyweight. Interesting. I thought Corey Anderson finished him as well. I guess I was wrong. So okay, so like maybe he can knock him out. Can he out grapple him? No. I think if anyone's gonna do grappling in this fight, it's Jan. Or can he win over 15 minutes? I don't think so. We've seen him go deep into a fight a little bit. Not looking great. We know Jan can go 15 minutes. I don't think Bogdan can. So Bogdan's gonna have to pray and get that knockout. I just don't see it. We've not seen Jan finished in a long time. I don't think Goshkov has the power of Thiago Santos. If Alberg and Pereira couldn't really even hurt Jan, I don't think Bogdan will. And I think Jan's gonna be able to just have a crafty veteran win. I think he's gonna be able to slow it down, use a lot of grappling. It could be a lot like the Izzy fight. It truly can be a lot like the Izzy Adesanya fight where he kind of just out-grapples him. He's probably stronger, he's probably a better grappler, even though Bogdan does train with Walter Walker. I don't think he has the grappling ability of Walter Walker. I just don't see Jan getting KO'd here, and I just think skill-wise he's still much better than Bogdan. Again, Bogdan's not bad, he's a top 15 level guy. But is he beating Jan, who again, probably beat Pierre 2 years ago? I don't think so. I just truly don't, and I just can't make... I gotta pick Jan here. I truly do. I gotta pick Jan. I don't think... It's actually a lot like the Vettori fight. Can the young guy KO the veteran? Well, young if Ferrero's older, but whatever. Can the younger guy KO the veteran? I don't think so. I truly don't. I think Jan's better. I think Jan's gonna be able to keep not getting knocked out. I think he's gonna win. Maybe even he gets the knockout because Gushkov's probably gonna leave himself open at times. Give me Jan by decision. I think he will be able to just be better, get the win, and I just don't see him getting knocked out. So, could it happen? Sure. Will it? I don't think so. Give me the old man. Give me Jan by decision. I just really struggle to see him losing here. And, yeah, I'm gonna go Jan by decision. So, would I be shocked if he got knocked out a little bit? But of course, he's 43 almost, for fuck's sake. So, it's possible. But give me the former champ. Give me the OG. Give me Jan by decision. I think it's a very interesting close fight. Hardest one to pick on the main card. Give me Jan. Give me Polish power by decision. One last win at least. I don't think he beats many of the top guys. But yeah, give me Jan by decision. Really good main card opener. Which then leads into the worst fight of the main card. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste your time here. This fight's pathetic. Like, I get, of course, it should be on the main card. It's big named at a ranking, but why is this above Sadikov or McKinney? If we're being honest, this fight's garbage. I think the Barber fight's as good as this. Like, this fight's pathetic. And we're having the worst fight of the pay-per-view. One of the worst pay-per-view fights of the year, if we're being honest, on paper, and probably an execution as well. We have in the second fight of the main card, much easier to predict at least, so that makes these a little bit nicer. We have in the bantamweight division for the number 9, 10 ranking in the division, somehow, in his final fight, quotation marks, we have in the worst fight of the main card, and just a joke fight in general. In his last fight, Henry Dorf-C Cejudo versus Peyton Frank Ocean Talbot. Yeah, this fight's garbage. Like, I really don't need to tell you why. It just fucking is. Like, this is pathetic in every sense of the word. Cejudo, at the end of the road, sucks. Coming off that pathetic Song Yadong acting performance. Fighting Talbot, who has no business getting a top 15 fight. Coming off one forgettable win against Felipe Lima. This is garbage. They're just handing Talbot a ranking, and apparently fucking Cejudo's last fight, but that's probably a lie. Yeah, this is a layup for Talbot. He's better, which says a lot about Cejudo. Yeah, this is a layup. What, they're just handing him a ranking. Because maybe the one guy he could actually beat in the top 15. I'm shocked they didn't give fucking Raul Rosas this fight, because that'd actually be even easier for him to win this fight. So, yeah, easy, boring win for Talbot. Might finish him, to be honest. I would not be shocked by that at all. But I'm gonna go Talbot decision in a shitty fight. So, yeah, what can I really say? Undeserved fucking top 15 shot. Cejudo's shit. Yeah, what am I about to say? Easily the piss break of the main card. Oh, what am I really meant to say? So, yeah, pathetic. Sadikov and McCain deserve to be on the main card more, but whatever. Dwarf versus Frank Ocean. An easy win for Talbot by decision. Next. After that, though, from the worst fight on the main card to the best fight on the card in general, oh, what can I even say about this banger? As we have in the third fight of the main card, see who's going to be fighting for the flyweight title next, we have in the featured bout of the pay-per-view the best fight on the card, and if you disagree, you're probably wrong. We have in a banger that I am beyond excited for, the best fight on the card. We have Brandon, the Assassin Baby Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. What a fucking fight. Like, do I even need to waste time telling you this fight's amazing? Like, this is a top tier fight night main event on any card. This could easily be a pay-per-view co-main. This is phenomenal. Best fight on the card. I fully believe that, on paper at least. This is great. What can I say? Like, this is fucking phenomenal, and I cannot wait for this fight. So, best fight on the card. I cannot wait. Let's talk about it. Begin with the higher ranked and the veteran of the two, the very experienced, going 5 rounds in his first 3-rounder since 2020. We have the former champion Brandon Moreno, 23, 8-2, 31 years old, gonna be 32 on fight day. So gonna be on Sunday, the day after, so maybe we'll take a win going into fight day. Or going into the burst, 11, 5-2 in the UFC. Obviously, we know his early UFC career, so no point in talking about that. Talk about what's happened lately, and to give you a quick fact, again, this is his first 3-round fight since he fought Brandon Royval the first time in November of 2020. He's had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5-rounders in a row, and all of them has almost went 5 rounds. Crazy. But since that fight, funny enough, he won the belt, had that quad trilogy of Figueiredo that never ended. It felt like beat Kaikara, lost to Kantoja, lost to Royval, but it is on a 2-fight winning streak against Albazi and Ursig in forgettable main events where he dominated. And now he's fighting Taira. No doubt Moreno still got it. He's still very good. Again, he's schooled Albazi and Ursig with ease. But can he do the same against Taira, who's better than both Albazi and Ursig combined? I don't know. I don't know how much tread is left on the Moreno tires. This is not 5 rounds, which is probably weird to him. And again, how much does he have left? How much new can he have in his playbook? I don't know. I truly don't know. Like, he is still good. He's still a top guy in the division. But we really need to start moving on from guys like him and Royval and all that. And if anyone's gonna beat him, if any young guy's gonna beat him, it's gonna be Taira. Like, Moreno is good. He's still a top tier striker. Cardio is good. Grappling is fine. He's still a top tier fighter in this division. For how much longer can he hold on to that spot? Like, he can't lightweight it and just be there forever. So when does the fucking gas start leaving, or the air start leaving the tire? Like, and not even to the point where he's washed and losing to cans, but just to the point where he finally starts losing a little bit to these younger guys. I don't know. Like, he is still very good, For how much longer? How much longer can he hold his spot and defend off the younger guys? And almost wasting his time for a while. We'll see. He's still a top tier fighter in the division. For how much longer? Time will tell. And time might be up on Saturday because he is fighting the very good, probably the second best flyweight in that division, not counting the guy who's going to win the title in the co-main, Tatsuro Taira. 17-1, 25 years old, going to be 26 in January, 7-1 in the UFC. His wins have been Carlos Candelario, CJ Vergara, Jesus Aguilar, Edgar Chavez, Carlos Hernandez, Alex Perez, and Hyung Sung Park. His one and only loss was a banger with Brandon Arroyo. He's so fucking good, man. What can I say about Taira? One thing I will say, this is only his second fight out of the Apex. The only other fight he's had out of the Apex was Edgar Chavez. So this is weird for him to actually be out of the goddamn Apex. But I'm happy for him. He deserves it. He is so fucking good, and he's gotten better. Like before, he was kind of just a one-dimensional grappler, but even then, he was top tier. Now he's learning how to strike, as we saw in the Hyung Sung Park fight. Dude, this dude's good. This dude is scary good, and he's only 25. Dude, this kid's gonna hold about one day for sure. He's so fucking good, and what the fuck can you say? Yeah, striking still ain't great, still on Moreno's level, but he's getting better. His grappling's good, top tier. This kid's good. This kid is really fucking good, and this is opportunity. Out of the Apex against a former champ, maybe the winner of this is getting a title shot. Horiguchi's in that division trying to fucking take the spot. Now let's remind Taira's the young gun in that division. He's the fucking let me make sure. He's the best Japanese fighter in that division, and yeah, Taira's great. But he needs to. Another loss here would kind of make it seem like he's kind of a can crusher. So he kind of needs to win here. So he's so fucking good, and I can't wait for this fight. I cannot fucking wait for this fight. This is gonna be amazing. Best fight on the card. What the fuck else can I say? What I can say is the betting odds are maybe a bit crazy, but also I get it. Taira minus 135 to plus 110. I get it. Taira does feel like the pick here. Wow. Okay, so they're the same height, same reach, but Moreno's the pick favorite. Wow. Okay, that's intriguing. This is a 50-50 fight. Like, I would probably have Taira like minus 120, minus 115, a complete pick'em pretty much, but maybe a slight edge to Taira. But man, this is a good fight. This is such a good looking fight. Who's there? Who's the pick? Do you go with the crafty veteran, who the better striker, who has been around the block 100 times? Or do you go with the young gun, who's phenomenal, but does not have as much tread on tires, does not have that experience? Ooh, this is good. What's the age? 33, 32, or 25? Interesting. I gotta pick Taira. I gotta. Moreno's great. He still is great. And we've counted him out a few times now against these younger guns, but Taira's not Albazi. He's not fucking Earthquake. He's way better. I think it's his time, man. I think it's Taira's time. I think he can be competent enough on the feet, get the fight down and win there. Give me Tatsuro Taira by decision. I think the kid is more than legit. I think he's fucking phenomenal. Give me Taira. I think Moreno's time is coming to an end slower and slower, more and more. And I think it's Taira's time to lock in a title shot. And, yeah, I think he's going to be able to squeak out the win. And a banger that probably should be a Fight Night main event, but I'm more than okay for getting pay-per-view. What do you want to call it? Pay-per-view eyes on it. And pay-per-view spotlight. There you go. And I cannot wait for this fucking fight, so But I'm gonna go, give me the new kid on the block. Give me Taira by decision, and the best fight on the card that I cannot wait for. Can Moreno win? Of course. He could stuff takedown and keep it standing and win like he did against Albazi. Will he? We'll see. I gotta pick Taira. It's time for a new era at flyweight, and Taira is one of the two spearheads of that. Give me Taira by decision, and the best fight on the card that I cannot wait for. Give me the new kid. Give me Tatsuo Taira by decision. After that, speaking of that division's title, we go to the main event of the evening for the easiest fight to pick on the main card. Very little to be said here because it's so easy to predict this fight. It's not even funny. As we have in the co-main event of the evening for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the belt that the winner of the last fight is going to be fighting for next. And we already know who they're going to be fighting because, again, this fight's beyond easy to predict. As we have in the co-main event of the evening for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world, we have Alexandre the Cantoja versus Joshua the Fearless Van. What am I meant to say outside of and new? Like, this is a complete layup for Van. Like, I don't even need to waste much time here. This is a layup. He's not losing to Steve Ursig's son. A layup for Van. He's so much better. He's so good. He's so much better on the feet. He's going to be able to do fine on the ground. Yeah, this is a layup for Van. He has better cardio, better striking. He might finish him late for all we know. Easy win for Van. This kid is special. And, yeah, he's easily winning the belt here. And this is going to set up him and Taira. Dude, that'd be so fucking good. Put that into my veins. I want that to main event. It's any pay-per-view next year. I don't care. Can't wait. And new. Easy win for Josh Van. What is there to say? Cantoja's a joke. And, yeah, we're finally getting rid of this tomato can. Easy win for Van. Not much else to say. And new. Pretty easily. Simple. No time really needs to be wasted there on Van beating up a can. And then, finally, speaking of easy title fights to predict, and sadly, not because the guy here is a can, just because it's an easy title fight to predict, we have in the main event of the evening, the final title fight of 2025, and actually this guy was the first title fight of 2025 as well. How crazy is that? As we have in the main event of the final pay-per-view ever, the final pay-per-view main event of all time, we have the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world to end UFC 323 and to end the pay-per-view era forever. We have the reigning, defending, greatest bantamweight of all time, Merab Dvalishvili, the Machine, versus someone he's met before and will probably beat again, Piotr No Mercy Yon. Yeah, I kind of agree it's a weak pay-per-view main event, but what can you do? Merab is the fighter of the year, so give him the main event, why not? Not really a lot to say here. Like, we've already seen this fight, 3 years ago? Like, 2 years ago? I'm not trying to run through title fights or anything, but there's just not much to say here. This is gonna be the exact same fight we saw 2.5 years ago. They're probably going to shoot 600 takedowns and win. And actually, he might do a little more on the feet than he did the first time, to be honest, because he is getting better on the feet, which is insane, which is scary. Merab is one of the best fighters in the world. He's the greatest bantamweight of all time. He's the fighter of the year in 2025. And he should easily, well, not easily, but he should win this again. Jan's only path to victory is throwing a Hail Mary and hoping you knock him out. He's not winning a decision. He's not getting a submission. he has to just fucking pray for a knockout, and you can't hurt Marab, you can't beat this guy, he's too fucking good. Give me Marab by decision. It's a pretty easy pick. Like, I don't really know what else there is to say. The dude is just better than everybody in that division. He is the greatest bantamweight of all time, breaking the title defense record in a year. He was the first title fight of the year, beating Umar, now beating Jan to end it. Jan, and this just shows how great Jan is, that there's not really, or how great Marab is, that Jan is a fucking stepping stone for him. Piotr Jan, skill-wise, one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. It's insane that he doesn't hold a belt right now. And to be honest about Marab, he would be the champion, but Marab's just better. Marab is just better. Piotr needs a fucking miracle, and is he gonna get that? I don't think so. I don't see Piotr throwing that miracle and knocking him out. So, could it happen? I guess. It's not going to, though. Marab's almost minus 500, and he should be. We saw this fight 2.5 years ago. Not saying it does not deserve. This fight should have happened a few months ago. That should have happened 1 month ago. So, like, what is there to really say? Marab's gonna win this fight. He's just better. He's the best fucking bantamweight of all time. Piotr needs a miracle, and I don't see him getting it, so this is going to be just a repeat of the first fight, maybe more dominantly, because Marab actually knows how to strike now. Kind of. Give me Marab by decision, and still, the last title fight of the year, I just don't see him getting knocked out here. And if that doesn't happen, Jan has no fucking chance. He ain't submitting him, he ain't fucking decisioning him, so give me Marab by decision. And still, fighter of the year, the fucking best bantamweight of all time. Going 2-up on Jan is maybe one of the more impressive things he's done. And he is... What else can really be said? I'm going in still. I just don't see Jan landing that miracle to win, so... Give me Marab by decision, by domination again, and still... Not really much else to say. Jan needs a miracle. Jan needs to just swing and pray you can actually hurt him. If that doesn't happen, which it's not going to, we're going to hear, and still, the greatest bantamweight of all time, and the fighter of the year, Marab Dvalishvili, to end the last pay-per-view ever. And finally, with that being said, an hour and a half later, and I think we spent a half an hour on the goddamn main card. Boom! That was this card. To go over my picks one more time. Myron Santos by decision. Mansour Abdul Malik, my luck of the night, by knockout in the first. Iwo Borshevsky by knockout in the first. Edson Barbosa by decision. Very risky pick. Marvin Vettori by decision. Nazim Setikov by knockout in the second. Macy Baba by decision. Terrence McKinney by knockout in the first. Pure bias, I could see that going either way. Manuel Torres by knockout in the first. Pure bias, I think he's gonna get cuddle fucked. Jan Blachowicz by decision. Peyton Talbot by decision. Tatsuo Taira by decision. Joshua Van and New, and again, easily winning this fight by decision, maybe even a finish late. And finally, Marab and still by decision to end UFC 323. Bang. I didn't think, usually I have to say, oh, we always play so many decisions. What, I got 2, 3, 4, 5 finishes? That's not bad for my standards. I know the whole main card of decisions is a little bit much, but how many of these could really be finishes? Maybe, super maybe, doubtful, maybe, doubtful. So, outside of that, I think most of the prelims are going to be, probably go the way that at least decision-wise, and, we'll see what happens. There you go. I doubt I go perfect again. I doubt I go perfect, 14 and 14 or whatever Qatar was. Yeah, I'd be fucking amazed. I need a lot of miracles. Edson winning, fucking Manuel and Terrence winning. Fuck, like a bunch of miracles. But you never know. I would have said the same thing about Qatar, so... Guess anything's possible, right? I doubt it's gonna happen. I'll probably go back to my normal midways, or maybe I do shitty and get like 4 right. Marab, Van, Malik, and goddamn Barber or some bullshit. So we'll see. And yeah, I can't wait for this fucking card though. I'm so excited. Final pay-per-view breakdown. And it's actually kind of weird because my first ever video was UFC, I believe 265 recap, Gon and Lewis, and where the pay-per-view era is gonna end. But I'm not upset. I can't wait to not have to watch pay-per-views very legally, and yeah. So and this is a great card. Cannot wait. Let's enjoy it. Final pay-per-view ever. It's a great one. Let's head out on a fucking high. You know, we still got a card next week, but you know, it's what it is, and see what happens. So I'm excited. I don't get why people shit on this card because it's great, and we'll see what happens on Saturday. So yeah, video-wise, you'll hear what happened on Saturday, sometime on Sunday. Don't expect it to be early on Sunday, but sometime on Sunday I'll try to get the recap out for ya, and hopefully I'm saying this card is fucking phenomenal. So we'll see. Stream-wise, obviously Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now everyone's gonna watch anyway, but yeah, pre-party, after-party, and hangover. And then I'll have a short out, obviously, early on Saturday for my picks. You know, you just heard them, and yeah, I got mixed. By this point, I think, no, I'll probably have this out before I do the order fixing short. I had to do that, you know, not much to fix. So. Yeah, that's a schedule for the rest of the week. You're not gonna post that. No one fucking pays attention to it anyway. But whatever. Can't wait. Fights are back for at least 2 weeks, and let's fucking enjoy them, shall we? So, to do that, I say, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, channel, so we go by the end of 2025. And unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, fights are back for 2 weeks. Final pay-per-view ever. Let's enjoy it. Let's send the pay-per-views out on a high. And, I can't fucking wait, so let's enjoy it, shall we? Let's enjoy the last 2 fight cards of the year before a 6-week break. Don't remind me of that right now. So, to get to these fights and all that, we say, as always, RX out. Good vibes only.